Archangel Michael says, I found your photo in a place where no one should have it. God said this is not a coincidence. Open this now. You were never meant to stumble on this message by chance. Heaven has watched your heart bend beneath the weight of betrayal. You have kept quiet. You have smiled when your soul was sobbing. But God has seen everything. There was a night not long ago, when you thought no one heard your cry into the pillow. That cry reached heaven like a trumpet. And now, finally, the time has come for what was hidden to be exposed. Not just for justice, but for your healing. There is a woman connected to your story, a woman who has been speaking sweetly to your face and spitting curses behind your back. She did not expect divine intervention. She did not expect God to bring your name before Archangel Michael himself. But it happened. The heavens don't lie. Finally, God is exposing this woman. Your photo, yes, your photo, was found in a room where darkness breathes and false prayers are whispered over the innocent. The place where it was found is not ordinary. This was not an accident. This was not someone admiring you, cherishing you, or praying for you. This was an altar of deception, a place of secret rituals, a circle where envy burns like fire and people wear masks even in front of mirrors. Someone was trying to use your energy, your light, for their own twisted desires. God allowed it to be discovered because your protection has now become a priority in heaven. Archangel Michael himself was commanded to intervene. The sword of truth is drawn. This woman, the one who pretended to support you, she knew what she was doing. Every time she complimented your journey, she was planting doubt behind the scenes. Every time you succeeded, she smiled, but it stung her spirit. She collected pieces of your life, little by little, pretending to care, pretending to help, just to feed something sick and secret. And now the heavenly scroll has been opened. Her name is written upon it. And so is yours. But next to your name, there is light. There is a protection that cannot be undone. You have angels walking beside you now, day and night. Nothing formed against you will prosper, even if it looked like it already has. You are not cursed. You are covered. And you are not alone. There is a reason your spirit felt unsettled in recent weeks. Have you noticed how your dreams changed? How your thoughts were clouded without explanation? How you felt unseen even when surrounded by people? That was not your imagination. That was the spiritual residue of this woman's actions. The room where your photo was found was filled with whispers of your name, whispered not in admiration, but in manipulation. But what they didn't know is that heaven hears everything. God is not mocked. The moment Michael stepped into that room, every false word spoken over your image was burned into nothingness. Every intention to make you feel forgotten, insecure, small, or lost has been shattered by divine authority. The God who watches over you does not sleep. He does not forget. And He never abandons the righteous. The days ahead will feel strange at first, because light always exposes what was hiding in the corners. You might notice this woman begin to avoid you, withdraw her attention, or even try to cling to you harder than ever before. But look closer. It's not loyalty. It's fear. Because she knows something has changed. She doesn't know exactly what, but her spirit senses that you are not unguarded anymore. And she's right. God placed a celestial fire around you. Anyone who tries to use you, harm you, or mock you from this day forward will find themselves stumbling, not because of you, but because of the hand of God that now shields you. And yet, this message is not just about warning. This is about awakening. This is the moment God has chosen to reclaim your spirit from manipulation, and to restore your heart to trust. Because even though you've kept going, your faith has been bruised. You've smiled through glassy eyes. You've said, "It's fine," when your soul was breaking. But now, it is heaven's turn to speak. You are loved more than you know. You are guarded by eternal forces. You have been chosen to rise, not once, but again and again, because the call over your life cannot be revoked. Not by jealousy. Not by spiritual deceit. Not by betrayal. What this woman meant for confusion, God is turning into clarity. What she meant for limitation, God is turning into promotion. What she meant for pain, God is turning into purpose. There is someone close to her, a man, possibly quiet in demeanor, who suspects something, but says little. He is not the enemy, but he has remained silent out of fear. His silence is about to break. A conversation is coming that will make you feel like you've stepped into a scene from a dream. You will be told things you didn't even want to believe. And you will cry, not because you are broken, but because truth finally came. You might feel a strange mix of sadness and relief. That is part of healing. God wants you to know this: you are safe. Rest assured, nothing will go wrong with you. You are not being punished. You are not being forgotten. Your peace is being restored. This next week, write down your dreams. Watch the time on the clock when strange thoughts arrive. Numbers will repeat. Signs will intensify. You'll feel it, something new is beginning. There is a letter you were meant to receive. An opportunity that was withheld. A message that someone kept from reaching you. But it's being rerouted now. The blockage has been removed. Your name is being spoken in rooms of favor. You are about to receive what you should have been given a long time ago. The person who tried to copy your light will be forced to watch you shine without interruption. The conversations she had about you, God heard them all. The laughter she shared at your expense, God recorded every word. But your vengeance will not come through anger. Your justice will come through elevation. She will see you rise, untouched, protected, smiling, not because she didn't try, but because heaven said, no more. This is not about fear. This is about freedom. You were never meant to live in anxiety, doubting whether you're being used, questioning whether people truly love you, analyzing every glance or phrase. God is tearing down the false connections around you so you can finally breathe again. This woman's season in your life is ending. Don't try to hold on to what heaven is removing. Let the dust fall. God is not asking you to fight this battle in the natural. Your only task is to trust, to pray, and to step away from the trap disguised as friendship. You will be tempted to explain yourself, don't. You'll want to defend yourself, don't. Let the evidence speak. Let the divine reports unravel her schemes. Soon, people who once doubted your intuition will come back to you in quiet apologies. They'll say, you were right. I just didn't see it. Don't hold bitterness. Hold peace. There is an old prayer your grandmother whispered over you years ago, maybe without you even remembering it. That prayer has risen in this moment like a fragrance to heaven. You were covered even then. And now that prayer is being fulfilled. No curse can hold you. No shadow can follow you. No spirit can use your image ever again. You are sealed by heaven. And Archangel Michael has stationed 2 watchers at your side. This is your turning point. Keep your spirit open. Keep your heart soft. Because what's coming next is the reason you were fought so hard. There is love coming that is pure, friendship coming that is true, and healing coming that is complete. You don't have to search anymore. You don't have to wonder anymore. You don't have to suffer in silence anymore. God has heard your name in the throne room. And this time, no one can interfere. A shift is taking place in your home. A blessing is being sent to your hands. A confirmation will come through a voice you least expect. Wait for it. Watch for it. God will be with you. Rest assured, nothing will go wrong with you. You are safe. You just have to trust God and pray to Him. You were never forgotten. You were always chosen. And now, finally, the time of silence is over. Finally, God is exposing this woman. And nothing will ever be the same again. This woman who once sat at your table, who once asked about your dreams as if she cared, she never expected God to pull back the veil. She never imagined her secrets would be found by the very angel who has been watching over you since birth. But that's what has happened. Her name has been recorded in the spiritual records, and what she tried to bury has risen. She placed your photo there not out of love, but out of desire for control. She wanted to freeze you in time, to keep your success from growing, to keep your light from spreading, to keep your name from reaching the ears of those who were meant to bless you. But what she did not understand is that what God has blessed cannot be stopped by human hands. Not by words, not by manipulation, not by shadows. You are not who you used to be. You are rising into a new version of yourself, one that no spell, no gossip, no fake smile can touch. The image of your photo burning in that strange room was given to a seer, someone who didn't even know you. In a dream that occurred between 2 o'clock and 3 a.m., Archangel Michael appeared and said, "There is a woman misusing the image of the beloved. I order you to send this message now. Their freedom depends on it. And that is why this is in front of your eyes right now." The prayer you whispered when you were exhausted, it reached further than you imagined. Even when your faith was fading, God held the thread of your name and refused to let go. You don't need to fear anything that was done behind closed doors. The doors have been blown open. The truth has been seen. And you are being lifted above the ashes. There will be signs. In the next 3 days, you will notice the following. A person you haven't spoken to in a long time will suddenly reach out with something emotional to say. A light in your house will flicker without reason. This is not electrical, it is spiritual. A dream will come where a door is either opened or slammed. Pay attention to what happens in that dream. You will see the number 1111 or 333 multiple times. These are confirmations from heaven that the message is real and the timeline is unfolding. Trust what you feel in your spirit. You don't need to know all the answers to believe that you are being guided. Sometimes God will not give you explanations, He will give you evidence. And this message, this very moment, is part of that evidence. You've been too quiet for too long. But now, the silence is being broken. Your voice is returning. And the things you were once afraid to say, the truths you swallowed to keep peace, they are going to come out naturally, effortlessly, through divine timing. You won't have to rehearse it. It will flow from you like water, because heaven is putting words into your mouth. But be wise. Do not confront this woman. Do not attempt to fight spiritual things with fleshly arguments. Let God do what He promised. Let the angels handle what you were never meant to carry. Your only job is to release her from your heart, let go of the idea that she will ever apologize, and allow God to be your vindicator. Because this is not just a message of protection, it's a message of redirection. Heaven is repositioning you. There's a new circle waiting for you, people who will not take from you, but pour into you. A new space is forming, not one of exhaustion and pretending, but one of clarity and peace. A new door is opening, not one that creaks with uncertainty, but one that shines with golden certainty. You are not being punished by this exposure. You are being freed. You deserve to live a life where you don't have to scan every conversation for clues of betrayal. You deserve to smile and mean it. To trust and feel safe. To walk into rooms and not feel energetically drained because of invisible tension. That's what God is giving back to you now, your peace. This isn't a warning, this is a rescue. God says, I am redeeming the years where you were lied to, used, drained, and blamed for things that were never your fault. He is rewriting your story. She cannot undo what heaven has ordained. Even now, there are cracks forming in her circle. The ones who once believed her are beginning to question her motives. The web is unraveling. One by one, the people she convinced are realizing that something is off. And soon, someone is going to speak, not out of anger, but out of conviction. You will not even need to say a word. Let her reveal herself. Truth always finds a voice when God is involved. And while she faces the consequences of her choices, God is preparing a moment of beauty for you, one that will make every tear worth it. You will stand in a place you once thought you'd never reach. You'll breathe in a freedom you once thought was only for others. You will smile without heaviness, love without fear, and dream again without interruption. God has not forgotten how hard you've tried to be good to people who weren't good to you. He is restoring everything they tried to take. There's a gift coming your way that looks small but holds great meaning. When you receive it, say a prayer of thanks. It is the beginning of the promise. The start of the reversal. The start of your rise. Do not go back to the people God is removing from your life, no matter how familiar they feel. Familiarity does not equal safety. Let them go. Let God show you the better. A better friend. A better support system. A better path. A better peace. Your mind will begin to feel lighter. You'll notice that even your physical body begins to respond to the spiritual release. The headaches, they'll fade. The tightness in your chest, it will ease. The anxiety you couldn't explain, it will dissolve. Because your spirit has been crying out for space, and now the heaviness is lifting. God is not just exposing. He is healing. And from this day forward, you are walking under a new covering. What was hidden has been revealed. What was stolen is being returned. What was cursed is now blessed. You are no longer entangled with her shadow. You are free. Finally, God is exposing this woman. and restoring you. The woman who placed your photo where it never should have been did so with quiet hands but loud intention. She never expected that Archangel Michael himself would descend into that space. But he did. And when he arrived, her whisper turned into a tremble. Because heaven cannot be mocked. Light will always break through. She thought no one would ever find out. But her mistake was forgetting who walks with you. She forgot that the moment you were born, there was a divine seal placed on your name, not visible to the human eye, but written in fire across the skies of the unseen. And that seal, though unseen by most, could not be erased, duplicated, or stolen. The photo, the whispers, the bitter energy she sent toward you, none of it was stronger than what heaven placed inside you. And God says, I let it be seen now because I am ready to restore you fully. I allowed her to keep speaking until her words trapped her. I allowed her to keep digging until she dug herself into what she cannot escape. But you, my beloved, you are not called to live in fear. You are not called to keep checking behind your back. The one who tried to hold you down is now being removed. In the coming days, your atmosphere will shift. It will begin in small ways. You'll notice a stillness in your chest that you haven't felt in months. You'll find yourself able to sleep without waking at 3 a.m. in panic. You'll be able to focus again, no more wandering thoughts that don't belong to you. These are signs that the cords are being cut. Because this wasn't just emotional. It was spiritual. Her envy wasn't silent, it was projected. Her bitterness wasn't invisible, it was coated in manipulation and hidden through a smile. She didn't want your downfall in the obvious way. She wanted it secretly. Softly. Subtly. She wanted you to stay confused. Stay small. Stay tired. She wrapped it in fake care. But God has shown you now. And what He reveals, He redeems. God is not just showing you her shadow, He's showing you your future. There's someone coming into your life who will feel like sunlight in human form. This person will not want anything from you except for your presence, your voice, your peace. They will pour into you. And you'll feel it, you'll feel the difference. You'll feel safe. You'll feel heard. You'll feel that for once, you don't have to shrink to be loved. And it will feel strange at first. Because after being around people who secretly wished for your failure, pure love can feel unfamiliar. But God says, do not reject what I'm sending just because it's different than what you've known. This one is real. This one is pure. This one is sent by me. Your past has been filled with lessons. People you trusted who didn't earn that trust. Words you believed that were never meant for your good. Rooms you walked into that felt cold even when they were full. But now, You're being brought into a season where you don't have to second guess. You won't have to read between the lines. You won't have to wonder if someone is jealous, pretending, or holding something back. God is preparing something so clean for you that even your ancestors, those who walked before you and prayed for your protection, will rejoice in heaven to see it come to pass. You have been faithful with little. Now comes much. There's a move that's coming. It may not be physical, but it will feel like a shift in air, a relocation of your soul into higher spiritual elevation. You'll start to lose the desire to engage in conversations that don't edify you. You'll stop craving the validation of people who never understood you. You'll begin to walk with quiet power. And this will make her uncomfortable. Because her hold is breaking. She will try one more time, a soft message, a memory, a shared laugh from the past. But this isn't nostalgia. It's bait. Do not respond. You owe no one an explanation for what God is doing. Let silence be your final answer. Let peace be your protest. Let your breakthrough speak on your behalf. You're not who you were when she first envied you. That version of you that was still open, still vulnerable, still believing the best in everyone, that person has grown. You're still soft, but now you're wise. You're still kind, but now you're guarded. And heaven rejoices in that strength. Because your protection matters. There is someone in your bloodline, a grandmother, or great-grandmother, who is praying for you right now from the other side. Her spirit watches you. Her hands are lifted in the unseen. She has seen the battle over your name. She has seen the energy sent toward you. She has seen how close the darkness tried to come. And she stood before the throne and cried out for justice. God answered her. This is the result. That photo, burned, torn, hidden, no longer holds power. Your face is not theirs to control. Your future is not theirs to curse. Your name is written in places far above the reach of shadow. God says, I saw it before you knew. I protected you before you asked. I stepped in before you even knew there was something to fear. Now, you will begin to see the return. The clarity. The energy. The opportunities. The person who blocked your blessings is now being removed from the equation. Heaven is rerouting everything. You don't need to chase what left. You don't need to fix what broke. You don't need to defend your character anymore. The divine courtroom has ruled in your favor. And God is about to shock you with how fast things turn. Watch as the person who lied about you begins to be exposed without you having to say a word. Watch as the job offer or opportunity you thought was gone returns to you with interest. Watch as the money that was withheld is finally released. Watch as the truth rises. Because finally, God is exposing this woman. And heaven is exalting you. You're going to feel joy again. Not the kind that fades in hours. The kind that sits in your bones. The kind that wakes you up singing and makes you want to create again. The kind that reminds you that yes, God is good. And He didn't forget you. He carried you through the silence. He walked with you through the betrayal. And now, He celebrates your survival, that you've passed the test. Now comes the reward.